lot of DMs that it is not possible for someone to get a fully funded scholarship with HND. So this is specifically for HND holders. And I got my friend, and I'm just going to accept she got a fully funded scholarship in the United States. I mean, it's wonderful. It's in a whole lot. I'll go. It's in a whole lot, and it's good to, like, I want people to see your face when you're talking, so that it's not like we're just lying, people talking about it and stuff. So, how are you now, Fina?
I'm okay. I'm good. Just like they rugged them now.
I see. Right. Okay. Great. So, I don't want to be too. Too serious. I just want everybody to just like kind of like flow. So like just tell us a bit about yourself and like your journey in Nigeria, right? How you started with your HND. Like we need to like know, because it be like say people don't understand, say it is possible. John, I don't talk tired, I'm tired.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
The truth is it is actually possible. They say information is power. So the reason why a lot of people have that struggle is because they don't really have the right information. Like I tweeted something 2 days ago, and my email was flooded with questions of HND and the rest. And like I always say, most times I always use myself as an example when I talk about this HND to masters and the rest, because nobody helped me. Like I had no information from anybody. The way they say go and do research yourself, I did everything myself. The first things first, I'm a journalist. I think this should be my 90 years as a sports journalist. I'm a sports journalist. I worked with the biggest radio brand in Nigeria before I left Nigeria. So I was in Lagos, spent 3 years, 7 months with Cool FM, Nigerian FM, was FM in Lagos before I left for the US. And my undergrad was in mass communication, so with a focus in broadcasting. So when I was done with my undergraduate, I went into broadcasting full time. So I was in broadcasting with a focus in sports broadcasting. So this is 2023, sometime 2021, I was having a discussion. Okay, there's a radio fan of mine who lives in Canada. Whenever I talk, I always make reference to him because he was the one that like said, have you thought about moving to Canada? It was not even US, first of all. Thought about moving to Canada. And I was like, I'm not sure I'm ready for that move. I don't have money to do that, expenses and the rest. And he was like, just think about it. So a few months later, I was just home having a conversation with one of my colleagues, and he was like, babe, you know who think of to move, that is planning to move. So I told him, I said, yes, I want to study abroad for my master's, but my undergraduate is HND. So I know that I have to do a PGD, to a stopgap. That was the conversation I told. That was what I told him. So make a tell na the real cocoa. So I said I have to do like a top up for me to like top up my program before going for masters. So after I spoke with him, I now had to reach out to someone at National Open University. I think I spoke with someone top there, and I was like, I want to go for a master's. And the lady said I would have to do a PGD first. This was at National Open University. So, and I said to her, she said, what's my undergrad? I said, my undergraduate is mass communication, and I would love to go for a master's in media and communication. She said, since my O-level does not have A in literature, I would have to go and sit for O-level again before I will now go and do PGD. I said, she said, yes. I said, okay, I will switch to another course. So simply because I needed a top-up program, I had to, in 2021, yes, 2021, or was it 2020 December, I had to start a PGD in Peace and Conflict Resolution at National Open University. As I'm talking to you, it was somebody that even brought my projects to the US for me. From like,
so that means, just to get it straight, you didn't even use the PGD that you are doing to
that's
apply
the thing.
for masters in the US.
That's why I said this story get as you will be, because I now had to start, because my target was that, okay, since the PGD is going to take me, give or take, a year and 6 months project, everything, my target was at least by 2023 I should be moving. By then I'm already done. I have my result and the rest. So one night after I started PGD program, I went to radio. I went to the office. I did my radio show. I came back in the night. I picked up my phone and I'm like, I just Googled schools that accept HND for masters in US. Schools that accept HND for masters in UK. So the UK own, that was where I started off first. I saw Sheffield Hallam University in the UK. Now, I now reached out to Sheffield Hallam University to ask for scholarship. And they told me that the only thing they can do, I think, is give me like a discount of £3,000. I think it's £3,000. But that £3,000 scholarship is only going to come after I have paid a certain amount. I think it's something. I now look at myself. I say, who give me how many millions to go and pay deposit in UK? Where is that from? Like, because I know that everything is being sponsored by myself. I don't have anybody to pay anything for me. I when I check myself, I said, no, let me leave this UK. And the schools I saw for the UK was limited. I think there were like about 5 of them.
But now there are a lot anyways.
Yeah,
right now there are a lot.
The search. So what the search return was about 5 schools. I said, okay. I now bullshit the UK because I know I don't have money for deposit. Face US search. US search came returned West Virginia, University of Minnesota, University of Memphis. University of Memphis now, or Memphis. Well, there's Memphis inside somehow. So, so I said, okay, what do I do next? It was just a regular search. It wasn't, my mind wasn't made up because I was already doing PGD. You understand? So when I got those search, I sent an email to West Virginia University, to the admissions, graduate admissions. I also run the international admissions. And I asked, I have a clear picture of that email that I sent. You know when you send one particular email over and over again?
Yes.
Like, so I said, hi, my name is this. I'm a sports journalist, and I want to further my studies. I'm applying for a master's program, but I need to know if the school accepts HND for a master's program upon the completion of an initial 2-year OND. So I had to let them know in my email. I had to let them know that the HND is 2 years, but it's after I already had
OND
2 years, making it 4 years, so they don't go and think that it's just 2 years.
Just 2 years, right?
So for University of Minnesota, the response I got was that they do not accept, but if you have a certain years of experience, because I attached all the email I sent, I attached my CV. So the response I got is that they don't accept, but looking at my CV, they know that I have the experience. So if I apply for an admission at the school, I will be given admission. I said, good. I marked that one. I now contacted West Virginia University. Now, for West Virginia University, what I wanted to do, I know that I'm a journalist. I didn't want to do a media and communication field. I wanted to do sport management. So I was looking at schools that has got those sports management courses.
Which was very smart, actually.
Yes, that said HND. So I now have, because I don't look alike. I need something that when you look, okay, this person is coming from this, she has experience in this. I had to build on my strength. So that was why I applied to the sports management program. So for West Virginia University, I sent the email. They said, yes, they do accept HND for a master's program. I said, good. I contacted University of Memphis. They said that I'm supposed to get an evaluation, but they can actually review my credentials in-house, coupled with your years of experience, that they would grant admission. So I had this idea of, okay, like I have already like 3 schools in my head that I know that I want to apply to. I contacted University of Alabama, same thing. So now, at that point, I said, okay, let me apply to this school. I know Wright State University also accepts HND because I contacted them, they responded. So I submitted application to, I did not submit to University of Minnesota again because the application was like $95. I think, yeah, it was like $95. And the reason why I didn't submit, then the Naira limit was $100. And I wanted to put Naira card. And I wanted to like apply to other one to spread it. If I use time, so I have to wait till the end of the month.
Application fee close.
So I did not, I just ruled that one out. I now applied to West Virginia University. Now, for West Virginia University, the application materials, they require GRE for my program. GRE for my program. Now, that GRE that it required, I also, when I was going through the materials, I now found out that they said that if you have a particular, I think 2 to 4 years experience in that field,
you don't
they will
need to write it.
They will with GRE.
Beautiful.
Jesus Christ. Now, yeah, we day here today.
We die here.
I'm like, honorary 2 to 5 years when I have more than 5 years in this field. So I just applied, and I think I submitted my application to West Virginia for fall semester 2022. I submitted application in September 2021. They sent me admission notice November 2021.
Wow, so it's just like 2 months,
2 months.
approximately. Wow, nice. That's US and UK are literally like very fast when it comes to admission.
Like they gave me the admission 2 months later for term that is next year. You understand? So I now, then the issue of funding now came into play. I called it think. I say, oh, I cannot miss this admission like this. So because I know the school, they don't require deposit. So they only said that your payment is due on the first day of classes.
That's your deposit, right?
Yes. So I now say, okay, how am I going to do this thing? I now reached out to the sport management coordinator to ask for internship. And he said the department does not have assistants, they don't have money. That I should go and look for assistantship from other departments. So I had more than 10 assistantship interview in that school. I did not get one. Like it got to a point I was now feeling like, oh more now like this, I want to stay back my dream of 2022 to move. I did not see one. It was always at this point we have decided to move on with another.
They start pressing breakfast left, right, center.
I now went back to the program website and I saw that they said they offer tuition merit scholarship. I said, okay. I thought. I now I contacted the person in charge of that because the lady's email was there. I was like, I've been trying to get a GA. I've not been able to get a GA, but I can't pay out of my pocket.
Sorry, 1 second. So GA is graduate assistant.
Yes, GA is graduate assistant. Sorry.
That's the case people are trying to understand. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
So I just said, I reached out to her that I've been trying to get a GA, but I've not been able to, and I'm writing to seek tuition scholarship from the department. So normally, as a graduate student, they're supposed to do 9 credits, a minimum of 9 credits per semester. So they now awarded me tuition scholarship of 6 credits out of 9. So I get to pay for 3.
Wow.
I get to pay for 3. So they waived 6 for me.
Okay.
This tuition scholarship conversation started in December.
2020.
So it was 2021. So it was in January 2022, they now told me about the offer for the 6 credits. I now carry calculator.
As a Nigerian.
I need to know what is left. Let me not go and start something
I cannot finish.
I will not reach here. I will not say, God, did I make a mistake in this life? I calculate. I say, the money I'm supposed to be paying a semester plus the 3 credits and the other fees was going to like 4M. Because the cost of study for that program is roughly around 35,000.
Which is like, that's a lot.
You understand? So I said, okay. I now told them, okay, that I accepted. I did not tell them no. I said I accepted.
Of course.
But because that was the only school that have given me a decision at the time and also offered me something. So my current school, so when I was talking with somebody in my current school, I'm like, guys, see what then they offer me for this school. The guy now said, have you tried applying to my school? Which is
what's the name of your school? So that people that are HND.
Yes, ᴅɪsᴄᴏᴜ State University. The guy is in another department. He said, have you tried applying to my school? And how did I meet the guy? A colleague in my office was telling me that when I was telling him that I want to go to the US to study, he was like, that he has there's one school in the US that almost everybody that knows in Ibadan that went to the same school with him, they are in that particular school. I say, he say yes, Nigerians plenty there. I said, okay. He said he will give me the guy's number of that his friend. So he now shared the contact to the person in this school, and that was how I got in touch with the guy. So talk now. He said, have you tried applying to my school? I said, I don't know if your school accepts HND for masters. He now said, that's a lot of people in this school from Nigeria that they accepted their HND for master, that even 2 of his friends gained admission with HND to this school. I say, he say yes. I say, well, January, I submit application. Paid the $75. It's because I already had materials from the other school.
So just
and it's the same program. You understand? It's just to remove where I put that other school. I'll just slot in this school name. So that was how I now applied. February. I wait January to January and I did not see decision. I say this is not what I want. I had to email the program coordinator of the program I am applying to. And she responded and said, congratulations that they just finished debating, going through my application materials, and they know that I'll be a good fit for the program. I said, I'll get my admission in a couple of days. I read the email finish. I went to the school website. I used calculator on the school website to calculate the cost.
Just in case the funding doesn't come.
So after calculating, so I now have to send her an email that same day. Like, how do I go about applying for a graduate assistantship? Because I cannot pay out of my pocket to fund my studies. She now said that they will be making decision in a couple of weeks, that I should make sure I should set up my school email, that's how they would reach out to me if not, I have been awarded scholarship. So she now asked me link to a particular form that I downloaded online. I filled the form and emailed it back to her. I can't wait. February don't end, nothing. Jesus Christ. I sent her an email first week.
I swear, if I'm that graduate, I'll block you. What kind of numbers is that?
So I sent her an email March. She no respond. 2 days later, I sent her a reminder. She now said that they are working on it, that they would reach out to me. I think the Friday of that week, I now checked my school email and I saw my GA offer that they are covering for my, they have in-state and out-of-state. My school, they have in-state and out-of-state, and they also have instructional fee. So the email said that they are covering for my 9 credits with my out-of-state and in-state, everything. And and also my stipend as well. So I had tuition scholarship and the one for the GA scholarship. I say okay.
So please, how much is your tuition now?
So
Like how much is your tuition?
my tuition normally. Okay, now let me even break it down how it works in the US. So even if you have a fully funded scholarship in the US, there are certain fees that you have to pay from your pocket that your scholarship will not cover. Like normally you have things like processing fee, orientation fee, students wanting you are using the library, all those things. So your GA doesn't cover it. For some GA, it covers for health insurance. But my school, the GA does not cover for health insurance. So you have to pay for health insurance yourself. Normally my cost of study was supposed to be around, I think 15 to 20K, $20,000. So that was what I'm supposed to pay. But with the scholarship, my deficit for last fall was like 1,000.
Beautiful. With HND.
Yes,
I just wanted to
yeah. So
the schools from undergrad, make we teach you how to do email 101, because it is a big deal. People don't know how to write emails, let alone how to use Google. These are two important tools, to be very honest. And you see people that in their email, there's a way they write. It doesn't pass 3 lines. Are you talking to somebody that doesn't have anything? So these are things that we need to put into consideration. So guys, now Fina is a living witness. She had HND from Nigeria and went to do her master's in the US. I'm sure she has strength, because I've been seeing her tweet on Twitter. She says she does not have strength for PhD. But
there's no way.
But if she eventually has strength, she's still going to get a fully funded offer for PhD. The school is saying that they require you to write IELTS, and you don't know or you don't want to write it. Cancel that school.
Yeah,
don't stress yourself. School plenty for US.
I said US school. It gets
schools. Canada doesn't have a lot of schools, right, compared to US. So people should consider US. I tell people, HND, 2-2, go to the US. Don't come to Canada. I must go to Canada. Now, Fina did not think of going to the US, but because of her options, US was the perfect option for her, and that's why she went to the US. That's over 1,000 people applied to this university, because they now know that they have a Nigerian in that school with HND, with fully funded scholarship. Allow your HND to define you, because people in Nigeria, it's in Nigeria that thing matters, right? Abroad, nobody gives, apart from Canada and some other countries like US, don't give a 2 shits about, pardon my language guys, about HND. And that is just the honest truth. So if you have HND now, this IG life was especially for you. Do you have any final words for everyone?
I think my final word has got to be, man, nothing sweet like to study abroad. Oh, more. That is sweet. That. Let me know. When you come, you would understand. It's different. It's different. The teaching, the learning, it's a different ball game altogether. It's stressful because it has to do with more of mental thinking. You have to be creative in your thoughts. It's not 1 + 1 = 2 kind of answer that they're asking you. That is it. But you can't even count the benefits, because it's a different thing. So
thank you so much.